you are all really well and welcome back to my channel. So it's time for another favourites video. Pretty sure that I haven't filmed one this year. So I'm going to call this my January, February favourites because these are the things that I've been loving over the last month or so. So as usual, I've got an array of favourites for you, including a food item, I've got a book, I've got a couple of really random things and some skincare and makeup. And instead of waffling, I'm going to get straight on into the video. The very first favourite I'm going to show you, I had to look back to see if I featured this in any other favourites videos, and I'm not sure I did, but I don't know why, because it's amazing. And it's this candle. This is a little mini version that my friend got me for Christmas. I really need to buy the bigger one again because I am telling you, right, this is a bold statement, this is the best candle I've ever smelled. It just absolutely fills my entire house with fragrance from like the second it's lit. It smells even when it's not lit, which I really, really like. It smells like holidays. It's by Yankee Candle, and I wouldn't say I'm like a huge Yankee Candle fan. I don't always like the smells of all of them. I don't always think they're as strong as they could be. But it's one of their square candles. It comes with like I'll chuck the lid away. What's the lid like? It's like a gold lid, so they look a little bit fancier on your side. And this one is in the fragrance Shore Breeze, and as you can see, it's got coconuts on it. It's got a coconutty smell. It smells like sun cream. It just smells like holidays. This candle is insane. Obviously the little ones don't last as long as the bigger ones, but it was a really nice gift to receive because I had run out of the big one and I love it. I've not tried any of the other scents in the Square Yankee range, so if you have and you like a different one to this, let me know what it is. If you haven't tried them, then I would definitely recommend Shore Breeze. So the next thing I wanted to show you has actually really changed my life over the last month or so. That might sound really dramatic, but it has. If you didn't know already, I have tummy troubles, so I have some intolerances to different food items, which I am working on, and it's been quite tough. I had to cut out eggs, soy, dairy, what was the other one? Gluten, something else. Oh, I can't remember. For 4 months, it was really difficult, and then I started reintroducing things, and I've kind of worked out what I can tolerate and what I can't. But something that's really been helping me since I've been taking them to eat the things that I wouldn't normally be able to eat is these tablets. Now these are from Boots. It's their Good Gut range, and they do a few in the collection. I was actually really kindly gifted these under no obligation to post about them or anything. They just thought I might like to try them, and I can honestly, hand on heart, say that these have just been absolutely amazing. It can't just be a coincidence. Every day I take 2 of these, and they've all got like live bacteria in them. I've just realised I've picked up the kids packet. I've got a kids packet of these on my side as well. I take the adult ones, but they're for kids as well. Yeah, I take 2 of these tablets every day with my normal multivitamins in the morning, and they just make such a difference to my stomach. So they've got, like I said, live bacteria in them. What else have we got in here? Just good stuff. It's got vitamins. I mean, this is the kids one, so it's probably got different stuff, but it's got a ton of stuff in here. I will leave a link to them below in case you're interested and you want to hear a little bit more. Next up is a total old favourite of mine, but I just realised how much I actually reach for this, and I don't think I've ever mentioned it in a favourites video before, and it's the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream, the Skin Protectant Balm. So this is the original Elizabeth Arden balm. It's a multi-purpose balm. This is not gonna focus. By the way, if you're thinking of buying a G7X Mark III, don't. Doesn't focus properly, but yes, it's the original Elizabeth Arden balm. I've had this for about 3 years, and it's only just kind of getting to the bottom now. It's not that cheap, but it's the kind of thing you can use on absolutely everything. I use it on my cuticles, I use it on little dry areas. I even used it under my eye the other day on a little dry patch of eczema, and it's worked wonders. But I use it a lot on my lips because it's just the one balm that I find doesn't kind of budge from your lips but keeps them really hydrated. The only thing with Elizabeth Arden balm is it has a very strong, distinct scent and also kind of taste to it. So if you're not a fan of like strong scents, then you might not like this, but it's kind of the scent that I've just got used to now. I didn't really like it at first, but I've got used to it, and I just really love this product. Next up we have a makeup item. This is the Hollywood no, it's not the Hollywood. This is the Film Star, close, Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo. I actually don't really use the bronzer, even though it's a nice bronzer. I just prefer my Hoola. But I use the highlighter, which is what I've got on now. I don't know how well you can see it, but people are always saying that my highlighter looks really nice, and it's always this one. This is a newer, this is the limited edition one actually, I've just realised. Limited edition palette, dazzling with Swarovski, I can never say that, crystals. So yeah, this is like a limited edition one. Normally it's just a gold one, but yeah, this is my second palette of this, and I haven't found a highlighter that matches it yet. It's just so good. You hardly need any at all, and it just instantly gives you a glow. Next up, I wanted to recommend a fake tan. I actually didn't fake tan much at all last year. I think because I went on so many holidays, my skin really held its tan for the first time like ever. I'm actually really pale. And then obviously it got to around Christmas time and it was all kind of wearing off. My skin was flaking off and dry. So I've started to fake tan a little bit more. I'm still only doing it like once every fortnight, which is quite good because I used to fake tan like every single night. I'm not a fan anymore of like the really brown, moussey ones that you kind of rub all over your body. Firstly, I just don't have time for that. Secondly, I hate it going all over my sheets. So I'm all about either drops that go into your moisturiser. I'm a big fan of Tanologist drops. Or one like this. So let me show you. This is the Skinny Tan Coconut Water Fake Tan. As you can see, it's completely clear fake tan, which I absolutely love. It doesn't come off on your sheets, and it also doesn't smell too much like fake tan. So it smells like coconut water as soon as you put it on. It says here it's a refreshing all over self tanner. It's coconut water to hydrate the skin. Easy to use, spritz and go. I tend to put this on in the shower, so I'll obviously not while the shower's running, but in the shower cubicle I would just spray it all over, and I've got a nice big chunky mitt that I rub it on with, and then wash my hands and I'm good to go. I did mention it doesn't smell like fake tan. It smells lovely, it smells like coconuts, but in the morning you will smell a little bit like fake tan, but it's definitely not as strong as some of the others. It's also a really subtle tan, so I don't find it too deep, but you could definitely get a deeper tan if you put it on 2 days in a row or something, but I just find it really natural and gives you a like nice sun-kissed look for the winter. Now the next brand, I absolutely have no idea how you pronounce. It's one of those ones that's been around forever, but I just don't know the correct way of saying it, and everyone I know says it different. And so I call this L'Occitane or L'Occitane, but I don't know if that's right. But this serum is incredible. This is their Immortelle Reset serum, and it's just so nice. I don't know how well you can see, but it's got these little yellow balls of like product floating around in it. Scott said that he looks at it and makes him feel sick. They kind of look a little bit like fish eggs, but I shake this up, I do 2 pumps into my palm, and then I press it onto my face before I put my nighttime moisturiser on. I just think it's made a huge difference to my skin. It doesn't break me out. I feel like it really helps lock all the moisture from the products that I'm putting onto my skin in better. I really notice if I don't use this and I go straight in with my moisturiser just kind of like soaks straight up. Whereas when I use the serum, I feel like it's really like putting a nice moisturized layer onto my skin, and I just feel like my skin looks a little bit less grey, or like less, I don't know, I get very dull skin in the winter, and I just feel like it looks a little bit less dull with this stuff. On to another skincare favourite, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in a favourites video before, but I kind of moved it aside and was trying out some different things, and I've just gone back to it because I love it so much and it's just lasting me forever. This is from a small business brand called Willowberry, and this is the Nutrient Boost Cleansing Balm. It contains chia seed, rosehip and vitamin E. To nourish, purify and comfort. It's 100% natural and it's just so lovely. It really reminds me, it's like a oil balm, so it's very oily and thick, and then you put a little bit on your hands, literally you only need a tiny bit, I've got so much left. Warm it all up and it turns into like this nice oil. Rub it all over your face and it melts your makeup away. Use a nice hot flannel, get it all off, and your skin just feels absolutely incredible. It does leave a little bit of a film on the skin, which I think a lot of people would probably love. I don't really like it because I'm using so many serums and rich moisturizers. I don't feel like I need it. So I tend to use this as my first cleanse, and then I will go in with a like a gel cleanser to remove that kind of film that it leaves and just give my skin that double cleanse clean. But like I said, I think it's real personal preference. I think a lot of people would quite like that kind of leftover hydration. Like I said, this is from a brand called Willowberry Skin. I will link them below. I really love their products. I think they've changed their packaging now, so it might look slightly different to this. But if you are a fan of Emma Hardy Cleansing Balm or Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Balm, then I think you will really love this, and it's so much cheaper. Next up, I've got a couple of makeup items that I wanted to show you, and one of them is an old favourite and one of them is brand new. This is the old favourite. This is the Becca, I think this is called their Shimmering Illuminator, am I getting that right? Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. So this is a bit of a multi-use product. You can use it with under makeup, you can use it without makeup, just on its own, or you can use it as a highlighter. So I use this mixed with my foundation when I'm going to an event, or if I'm taking a lot of photos, or I just want my skin to look extra glossy and kind of like finished. And so I put a little blob of this with my foundation, and I put it all over my face, and it just adds the most amazing glow. Quite a lot of people I know use this as like a primer before their makeup, but I think because my foundation's quite full coverage, it doesn't really give me the same effect. But I think if you were using a lighter foundation, it would work really well for that. And I do know people that use this on its own just to kind of highlight some nice areas. I've got this in the shade Moonstone and I love it. Now the next item, like I said, is a brand new makeup item, so it's kind of cheating a little bit because I've only been using it for a week, but it's already my absolute favourite brow product of all time. This was a gifted product. Again, I was under no obligation to post about it, but I really do love it. This is from Benefit. It's their new Browsings Pro palette, and basically it is a lovely palette full of eyebrow stuff. So you've got a clear wax here, you've got a dark wax here, and then a lighter brown wax here, and then you've got all your different shades here. I have been finding that I've been using the dark mixed with the light wax quite a lot. I've got it on my eyebrows now. I don't know how kind of well you can see my brows, but it gives you such a nice natural brow. I feel like the pencil I was using before, it was by, who was it by? Ico. I feel like it was giving me such a bold brow, and that just doesn't really suit me. I'm not a really bold makeup look kind of person, and obviously my hair's not that dark at the moment. So I feel like with this palette I've been getting a much more natural look, but you could definitely get a bolder look with it too because you've got the colours that you can make it buildable for. I just think this is really good because it's multi use, so you can get a lot of different eyebrow looks in one, if that makes sense. I've got the palette light medium, so I'm assuming there's a medium to dark or something like that, but the light medium is perfect for my skin tone and for my hair colour and my eyebrow colour. So my next favourite was one of my amazing Christmas presents from my husband. It was something that I asked for, even though it was very, very expensive. But I just knew that it was going to change my hair game, and it really, really has. I know so many of you have been asking for a tutorial on how to use this, but I've just not been able to film with our kitchen being done, but I promise you that's coming next week. But it's the Dyson Airwrap. Now, I'm not really a fan of the actual Airwrap thing, so the, what do we call them? Like the cylinders that curl your hair, because the curl just doesn't hold in my hair. But that's another story. I adore the hairdryer and the blow dry brushes. This is my favourite blow dry brush that it comes with. I've achieved this look today with it. I mean, I did this 3 days ago and I have done absolutely nothing to it. I have curly hair, frizzy hair. I can never achieve this kind of look usually with just a brush and a blow, like a hairdryer alone. I would need to dry my hair and then straighten it or curl it, or use like what are they called, not curlers or rollers, to get like the bounce. But literally all I have used is this, and it sets like this, it doesn't move, and I just absolutely love it. If I want it to be even bouncier, I can just go over with this the next day, and I just think it's amazing. I can't praise it enough, and I promise you a tutorial will come soon. So the next favourite I wanted to tell you about is a food thing, not a food item, but a food thing, and it's not something I can show you because I've got nothing to physically show you, but I wanted to quickly mention Gusto boxes because I just have been loving them so much. So I just wanted to do a little disclaimer here. I have worked with Gusto in the past on my Instagram, and yeah, not so long ago I did a post on them, but I am a Gusto customer anyway. This is in no way sponsored. I haven't been asked to speak about them. I have been a Gusto customer for a really long time now. I used to get HelloFresh, and then I changed over to Gusto because I just kind of preferred the options, and I think it was maybe a little bit cheaper. So for now, Gusto's our favourite. We might go back to HelloFresh at some point, I don't know, but I just adore it. I literally look forward to dinner time because I think, oh, what delights are we going to have next? I just find it so convenient. I will pop a link below because I've got a discount code, so anyone that's signed up to Gusto, you get a discount code. So if someone uses it, I think they get 60% off their first box, and then they get money off their first month. I'm not sure how much, but I will put all the details below. And then for everyone that signs up, I get £15 off of my next box, I think. So it works like win-win both ways, and then when you become a Gusto customer, you can pass your code on and get the same deal, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just really love it. I put on my Instagram a little while ago when we had stopped doing subscription boxes how stressful I find it doing a meal plan and going food shopping, and I just find it a really big responsibility. And that sounds really silly and such a first world problem, but I really found it really overwhelming having to do this food shop every week and trying to decide what to feed my family, and we don't like to eat the same things every week. And I just feel like Gusto takes that stress away. I do my normal food shop for bits in the house for lunches and breakfast and Harry, but for dinners I know that we are sorted. Now my very last favourite, as always, is a book, and I have mentioned this already in my 5 thrillers you should read video. I'll pop that below if you're interested. If you're a reader and haven't watched it yet, I recommend to you 5 thrillers that I really love, and this one I did mention in the video, but I have to mention it in this because it's just been my favourite book I've read in so long. So the book is called The Reunion, and it's by an author called Samantha Hayes, who was a completely new author to me, but I've actually now started reading another book that she's written, which is also really good as well. But The Reunion is so good. If you really like suspense thrillers where you're kept guessing with every chapter, then I think you'll really like it. It's got a really big twist at the end. I had no idea what was coming. It's basically about a little girl who goes missing back years ago, and then it kind of flips forward and you kind of find out where her family and friends are now, and it kind of uncovers the truth as the story goes along, and it's really good. So that is everything in my favourites video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. You lot seem to really like it when I do favourites videos, so give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Let me know below what you have been loving in January and February so far, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!